Well, first there was Fyre Fest, then we had the Wonka Fest, then we had the Barbie Fest, and now we've got Fairy Fest. I don't know. It's I'm trying to wrap my head around this one, but it's dramatic, it's messy, and the girls have the claws out on Instagram and on Threads. Let me tell you.
There's a couple of things I learned from our Discord, and if you are not on the Wackadoo Discord, you should go and join because we find out things like this. But Nikki, who's a Wackadoo, she said, guys, I don't know when the next episode is, but this could be good. And I was like, well, it seems really interesting because she said it's the BookTok version of Fyre Festival. Now, if you don't know Fyre Festival, it's my favorite thing to watch. I watch it once a year. Almost did it last night, guys. Almost did it last night. As an inspiration for this
Well, it was
episode.
top of mind for you because you're thinking like BookTok Fyre Fest. I could watch Fyre Fest. This is my time.
And it was this guy, I want to say his name was Billy McFarland, and also Ja Rule, and they were going to have this incredible music festival on an island. It cost people a lot of money, and it was going to be on Pablo Escobar's previously used island. It ended up being like evacuation hurricane tents, no food, and people like paid all this money and they got fucking nothing for it. It's a great documentary. There's two of them actually. And, you know, I watch them alternate years. And it's just watching, and these things happen so often. These events get put together.
Yes.
They're absolute bullshit. And when Nikki said that this was like the BookTok version of Fyre Festival, I was like, what are you talking about? I'm so invested. I don't know that much about BookTok, but you do.
I know a little bit. So if you missed, we did do an episode on the Barbie Fest that was an absolute shit show as well, that people were paying so much money to go to and they were just really disappointed. I'm sure Wilko has the powers to like make that pop up on your screen at some point. This is what Nikki said to us on the Discord. Wilko and Courts, new goss just dropped, firstly.
I love it when it just drops.
Would you guys be interested in covering Book Retreat Fyre Festival? It's currently trending on Threads. Basically, at the Celestial Meg held a $900 book girly retreat that was food and B&B inclusive. There was going to be crafts and relaxing book activities. Well, according to the girls who went, this did not happen, and it was a Fyre Festival situation. So very quickly, if you don't know BookTok, you can actually thank BookTok for heated rivalry, I think, and off campus.
What's the Wings one? The Wings one. The Wings one.
The
Four Wings.
Fourth Wing.
Fourth Wing.
Fourth Wing, and then like ACOTAR series. So the BookTok girlies, they get on TikTok and they talk about the books they're reading, and oftentimes they become massive because they, you know, readers, if I know one thing about people who read books is it's like a marathoner. Like they're going to tell you that they read books. In the same way that a marathoner is going to tell you that they run.
Yeah, so if you're at a party and you just met someone who's a marathoner, it's the same as a BookTok. You'd be like, oh, so, you know, what do you do for hobbies? And they're like, I'm actually a marathoner. I don't know if you can tell from my calves.
Yeah.
And they'll go right into every little detail, the marathons they've done, how they started. Yes. And then they'll also just like a cult, they'll try and get you into it. Because
you should do one day.
You should do a marathon.
Join me on a run. Like, come on, we'll just do a 5K tomorrow morning after this hectic big drinking session that we're going to have.
Let's
go
up
for a
5K. Fuck yeah, just a cheeky little 5K. And BookTokers are the same. You're right. They will. The people who love the books and they share it on the TikTok. And now I didn't even know this whole Threads community existed until we were digging into the links last night.
Yes.
And they'll be like, oh my God, are you not a reader? This is the book you should start with. And that's how the cults continue.
Well, we have a friend, Sammy, and she loves reading, and she's a bit of an influencer on the Instagram.
Yeah, she loves the Fourth Wing.
And so she's always popping her books up, and she convinced me to buy that A Court of Thrones and Roses for whatever, ACOTAR. I think I read one chapter. I was like, I don't know how people are into the dragon shit. Like, it's not for me.
See, the fantasy element is no good for you because the only fantasy world that you live in, it's that you and Kate Moss have the same figure. And that's not a read on your figure. Your figure's actually phenomenal. I wish your brain could register that. But because it's not the same as Misha Barton in the OC or Kate Moss.
Oh, that's a good one too.
That is a good one. That's another
bones.
one. Because they're not the body types that you have, even though yours is great. And people be like, God, I'd love that body type. It's not the one that you've deemed in your brain the perfect one. That's the fantasy land that you live in.
Yeah, so like the fantasy BookTok girlies, they probably have a quote from ACOTAR in their TikTok bio or something, but mine would just be nothing tastes as good as skinny.
So toxic.
Ooh, so toxic.
Oh, it's fucking great. But no dragons for you, no fairies. You
no
don't
dragons
care about
for me.
Wolves, werewolves, or anything like that. The vampires are a no.
My friend Steph, I asked her for a book recommendation. She's like, I can't help you. I'm only into sexy fairies at the moment. I can't do this sexy fairy bullshit. So BookTok is a place where people get their book-related news, author-related news, when a book is going to become a movie. People are going, recommendations. There's a lot of discourse on there about if someone's been cast in a movie and they don't deem it the right casting. That's a big one.
How is this Gerald? Gerald would look nothing like this.
Yeah.
Gerald he's got dark features. This guy's blonde.
Yeah.
This guy's jacked.
Yeah.
Gerald is a slight man.
I think they recently got upset by Patrick Schwarzenegger being cast as someone in a book series.
I don't know what it was for, but I did see something and it had his face on it and it said BookTok is fucking angry about this. And I went,
They're
mad.
I
get it. He was a douche in the White Lotus.
I messaged Nikki back on Discord and I just said, can you send me the links? Because I'm lost. Thank you, Nikki.
Oh, she screenshotted everything.
She said she's been training for this her whole life. I'm obsessed with Nikki being so into BookTok. All right, so here's the deal.
Yeah.
The Celestial Meg, I've got like screenshots on my phone. I've got the website open. I'm trying to... Yeah. Celestial Meg has a full-on .com. It's celestialmeg.com, right?
Uh-huh.
So... I'm thinking like this person must be quite big in the community, like she's really going for it, but I'm wrong. I forget that you don't even really need to like have a qualification online anymore. You can just do a thing, and if someone wants to pay to go to it, great. They want to pay to go to it. Fantastic. So Celestial Meg, she's only got 1,200 followers on Instagram. She's not like some hundreds of thousands of followers waiting on her every word.
Yeah.
So I was surprised by that. It's not a bad number. I'm just surprised by that because when I hear
it's just a small community. You know what I mean? Like it's a small community. Like we're a small community of people who love deep diving into pop culture bullshit. This is a small community.
I just
of people
don't think
who
we would think to put on a retreat yet. Do you know what I mean? Like I don't think we're at a level where we'd go the wackadoo retreat.
Like should we and charge people because from what I read on the Discord, it was $900 to go to this fucking thing. And it was
that
only
did not include flights.
No, that does not include flights. And so it's we could pocket $900 for what, like 8 people, and we could give them nothing, and then we'll get more press from how shit it was.
Yes.
Perfect.
Okay. All right. Pop that in the notes book.
Right.
So I've gone on to the Celestial Meg reading retreat website page. Finger Lakes Romance Reading Retreat, June 18 to 21. So at time of recording, this has just happened. And let's see what you're supposed to get at this retreat.
I'm reading along with you.
You experience a weekend of uninterrupted reading time, unlimited snacks, bookish crafts, and more.
Stop.
So for people who are not in the book world, isn't that an interesting thing to pay to go and be quiet and read?
That is so interesting to me because an experience a weekend of uninterrupted reading time. Now, unless you're a parent and that's the only thing that you have to physically go to a retreat to get uninterrupted time.
Yes.
As all of my friends who have kids, I've one sitting right in front of me now, I know that you don't have uninterrupted anything. You don't even have uninterrupted toilet or shower time. They interrupt fucking all of it.
Everything.
So that is interesting to me. So if you don't have kids, I feel like you could find uninterrupted reading time for less than $900.
For free.
Yeah.
For free in your home that you pay rent in. I think it's about connecting with people who have the same interests as you.
That's nice.
I understand the aspect of like human connection because that is a little bit lost in 2026 because we are all connecting on TikTok.
No, that makes sense. Do you like to read in the same room as other people? Like have nothing? See, I feel like my what? No, I can't imagine you would.
No, I'm a really slow reader as well, so I feel like they'd be judging how slow I am at reading, and like sometimes I have to reread a page if like if my mind has wandered onto something, like I'm thinking about a child's, I don't know, homework or something, and I go, oh, hold on, I've got to reread that page. Yeah. And then I feel like they'd be watching me and being like, whoa, she is a slow reader.
Yeah, they'd be like, God, is there something she got something not good up there in her brain, which makes it really tough. Yeah, she's dumb. And I understand that, and hence why I don't read books. I've never read a book. No, I have. We know Morris Gleitzman's Misery Guts, BFG, The Witches. So there's a couple of Roald Dahl. And
no,
Morris
but then when did we stop? Around 12, 13?
Oh, no, we stopped. We were done by 12. Yeah, we were done by 12.
Yeah.
Definitely done by 12.
Done by 12, okay.
Because I read Misery Guts and I was like, this is the best book I'll ever read. And that's it.
Yeah, there's no going.
Yeah, once you read the best, that's kind of it. No, I really found movies.
The BookTok girlies know that. Like, I wonder if the BookTok girlies are
I'll let
aware
them know
of
about
Morris
Misery Guts.
Gleitzman.
It's fucking great.
Yeah.
It's a really great book. But with all these like reading together things, my partner, he likes reading on the couch while I'm watching TV. Now I have to watch TV with my headphones on.
Oh, I hate that.
But he likes that we're all together. So the dogs
things in the same room.
Yeah, he likes the dogs. We're all together on the couch, and I'm watching my stories on the TV, and he's reading his Kindle, and he likes that. Yeah. He likes that. He likes that we're all together.
I understand that to the degree of like, because you know how I think it's weird if you and your partner are in the house and you're watching two different things in different rooms. Like that to me is like red flag central. If we're watching telly, we're watching it together. If we're going to bed, we're going to bed together. If we're reading together. So I understand your partner's point of view of like, we're all together, we're on the couch, even if we're not doing the same thing. Yeah. So I can get around that.
Okay.
Yeah.
I still find it a little bit odd, but and also I would love to watch the TV without headphones one day. Like I would just love like I spend my whole day in fucking headphones. Like I literally all day I'm in headphones. It would just be nice to have like actually the speakers that we paid all that money for, just to like use them for
Why
once.
doesn't he watch the show with you?
He is better than me now because he reads books, so he's better than me.
Okay, he's the snooty.
Yeah, he'll actively tell everybody how much better he is than me because he reads books now.
Yeah,
even some of his friends who have known him for such a long time are like, you read books now? They seem very shocked by it, and I think he likes that.
So imagine 4 days where your only agenda is to read, relax, and have fun. Amazing. There's going to be a hot tub, a fire pit, and delicious food. Here's what's included. 4-day, 3 nights stay in a luxury cabin, the hot tub, fire pit, and huge comfy couch. Professional bookish/fantasy photo shoot. Okay, so you get a photo shoot.
What does bookish mean?
I
Professional
think
bookish.
It's like, well, if you have, I don't know, say you love Harry Potter and you have a bunch of Harry Potter like garb, I think you would dress in that and it would be a bookish photo shoot.
Okay, cool. Yep, I get it.
Yeah. A bookbinding workshop led by a local author, crafts, including book bedazzling. Have you seen book bedazzling on the BookTok / the Instagram?
No, I'm assuming it's just like the way that we bedazzled anything.
Yeah. You get your book, right?
Yeah.
And you find the matching colours but in gemstones, like sticky gemstones.
Yeah.
And then you just do the cover of the book.
Yeah, so you colour in with gemstones, essentially.
Essentially. You get a full swag bag, all your meals and snacks, book club discussion, a lot of time to read, and so much more. What's not included? Travel to and from the lodging and a summer romance that isn't fictional.
But it says probably, but who knows who you'll meet on vacation. Wink, wink. So the building itself looks really romantic. You know what I mean? Like it looks
it's gorgeous. It's a beautiful, homely.
Yeah.
There's shared rooms. There's single rooms.
Big sort of like stone, like this sort of God, what's this stone called? I can't remember. And I've watched so much fucking Grand Designs, and this was my moment. I got it wrong. It's like a chimney stack.
Sandstone?
What is it?
Sandstone?
No, it's more of a cobblestone. I want to say cobblestone.
Uh-huh.
And it looks incredible. I don't want to be like the Fyre Festival people, because we know that it's headed bad, right? We know that it's headed bad because we've set this up that it's Fyre Festival. So we know, spoiler alert, this is not going to end up well. But for me, the website reads 1998 web design.
Oh, yeah. Big time.
And that might be like a deliberate, like that might be a choice, because I feel like websites don't come designed like this. So you've gone out of your way to make it look like it's 1998. But
do you reckon?
I guess, like, do you reckon, have they done
the
like
whole thing is an image.
A Wix thing or a squared space?
Like you can't even copy the text because everything is an image.
Oh, right.
So I think that she's designed this in like, I don't
No,
know.
it's separate parts.
Paint?
No, it's separate parts. I can see that it's separate. It's separate. Some of it is just giant image, but there's some of it's separate parts.
Well, I'm on the full itinerary. And they're all just pictures that she's glued together.
Right. Yeah.
So you get there on Thursday. Apparently there's going to be dinner and an icebreaker game. Friday, breakfast, lunch, bookbinding workshop, dinner. Saturday, breakfast, lunch, tea time and book club discussion, dinner, fireside solstice celebration, because it's over in the US anyway. It was the longest day of the year on the Sunday. Here it was the shortest day of the year. Yep. And then Sunday, breakfast, book swap, and everyone leaves. So they go on to include a whole bunch of details around all the different things that you can expect from the bookbinding workshop, from embracing your inner child by playing dress-ups. This is where we meet Kat.
Oh, the photographer.
So Kat is going to be part of this story.
Yeah, okay.
Kat is included on the website. Hi, I'm Kat, a New Hampshire-based elopement and portrait photographer. So she was there to help with photos.
Great, yep.
Then you learn a bit about the book club, and then you learn about the host. So let me tell you about Meg. Okay. Hi, I'm Meg. I was an avid reader growing up, but then I didn't read a fiction book for over a decade. Mm-hmm. One day I picked up a book about Fae, you know which one, I think that's ACOTAR, as an attempt to reconnect with my inner child. And I was teleported into a world of magic once again. I truly believe that these books have the ability to heal us in ways we could never imagine. Wow. I wanted to bring other book lovers together for a magical, relaxing weekend. And so the Finger Lakes reading retreat, I should say, was born. Then there's some testimonials saying it was a perfect weekend. I had everything I wanted happened. I guess those are from the last time she had a reading weekend.
Okay, so this maybe isn't the first time.
No. I believe that I read somewhere that it was the second one.
Right.
And let me tell you, it's not the last. Because even though...
Are you saying it's not the last? How is it not the last? All I've seen is complaints.
Even though this has been fully like shit, like had the shit torn out of it online. Nikki put in the Discord.
Yeah.
And I loved this. Not one to be brought down by some bad reviews. The host has now put up reservations for the same retreat in November.
What?
So it's called the Witchy Reading Retreat, and it's in Salem, which I love. That's hilarious. And then basically has the same thing going on, like lodging and there we go, lodging and what's included and all of that is on the page. So diabolical.
This is crazy. Okay.
So let me tell you where it went.
Yes. Okay.
From here.
Yeah.
So Kat, who was the one who was pictured on the website as being the photographer, she seems to be the main one coming up in the discussions online about this on what is known as the BookThreads, which is, I guess, BookTok, but for threads. So if you go onto BookThreads, there's like a bunch of people being like, I'm late. What happened? Like, what happened with the Fyre Festival book retreat thing?
Yeah.
What's going on? Someone wrote, will someone just explain the scammer Fyre Fest book level retreat to me? And this one person has just summed it up nicely. A lady charged people $900 for a remote book retreat that didn't include air fee, promised meals, activities, fun, and showed up potentially in the middle of a psychotic break. The first night there was no food. Second morning, no breakfast. Organizer went to the store for lunch, brought back turkey, peanut butter and jam, and bread. She claims they were artisan meats and local bread. They had one activity. Attendees left after paying for their own dinner. She seemingly is maybe still going through a mental health crisis. Attendees want their money back. She's on her account talking about AI/catfishing situation. Also, maybe a family pet being sick. It's a little all over the place. So
Meg's not doing great.
Kat appears to be the first one to sort of start chatting about the poor expectations not being met online, but then got a little bit. Some people are a bit annoyed at Kat because she's the one who called out Meg. She's the one who called out Meg for it being an absolute shit show. But then she's gone on BookThreads not very long ago, like only a few hours ago now, and said, we appreciate the support, but this whole situation has been blown incredibly out of proportion. We never wanted this to become a viral Threads story. We simply wanted to warn others not to attend. We all want what's best for Meg, which is to stop feeding the fire and get the help that she needs. We're all hoping for the best for her. We're asking for grace and kindness to be extended her way and to put this experience to bed.
Oh, I'm all for grace, and if someone's having a mental breakdown, to what extent we're not sure, but obviously she needs support and whatever. But in saying that, you still took people's money and you promised a bunch of things, and these people have arrived and they didn't get any of these things. So
exactly. And you calling it on Threads, but then backing out of calling it out almost.
Well, because it sounds like people are kind of coming for her now because they're like, well, she's mentally stressed, and I totally get that. But also, like, people paid money. $900 is not a small amount of money.
No, not at all. And on this, so Kat's reading list Threads, right? She's got 1,300 followers.
Right.
Her recent views are 765,000.
Oh.
So she obviously got a lot of, there's probably people coming for her saying, give Meg a break. She's going through this psychotic break. And then there's other people going, give us more goss.
So Meg's having this psychotic break, but also when was the next retreat put up? You know what I mean? Like when was the next one popped up? Was that popped up before? Did she lock this one?
Apparently, it was already planned.
Right.
Apparently, that one was already on the website. And if you go to, I just went to the website just then and clicked on the reading retreats, and it doesn't come up as an option. And so I had the screenshot of it from Nikki. So maybe now Meg has taken it down because, she probably didn't realize that it was still there. Meg has been on her threads and she has said some things to basically back herself.
Right.
And it's sort of like, just give them their money back. So she had someone say, let me start by saying this retreat was sold as an all-inclusive, relaxing and very planned weekend. This is someone who went, who is not Kat. This is a different person. Her name online is Smut Whisperer. Oh. We each paid $900 on top of the flights. When we arrived the location and the host wasn't to the location, the host wasn't there, so Meg wasn't even there yet. When she arrived hours later, the first thing she did was scream in our faces that if we were conspiring against her, she would kick us out. There was no food. One of the girls with a car went and got pizza so we could eat. The host continued to not provide food the next day, and we went to find our own. She finally came back from shopping with 2 tiny bags of groceries with the aforementioned peanut butter and jelly. She didn't prepare any food. We wanted to leave at that point because she was having a mental breakdown and yelling about AI and people being after her. And on top of all this, but someone who was coming to do a bookbinding workshop.
Oh, Jesus.
We did the bookbinding and she left to get maple syrup for this drink she wanted us to have, and we only felt like we could breathe when she was gone. She was manic on her phone the whole time, talking about people out to get her. It's now 4 p.m, no food provided still. The Airbnb was $2,000 for the weekend. She had a surplus of $3,800 for food and supplies, and she did not provide anything. We each took turns having anxiety attacks in the bedroom. So Meg has then retorted to that and said, I actually had to pay for all your goodie bag stuff, which did also include things I had already made, but a lot of new stuff. The plan for lunch was already deli sandwiches, and that's what I got, local artisan sourdough and deli meats. I did buy props for your photo shoot. I did also find some in my basement. I offered you leftovers because I know how big takeout Sorry, that just went away as I was reading it. But yeah, big takeout portions can be. I offered to do grocery shopping multiple times, but people kept rushing me back through, my friend. But you should have done the shopping.
But also on the website, it said that you're like delicious food. Like delicious food is like a part of it. And like a part of the itinerary, it's like we have breakfast, then we have lunch, and then we have this. Now, I'm not one of these people to ever do anything like this. If I'm going to go on a holiday, it's going to be planned by me or my partner.
Not with other people.
And it's not going to be in a group scenario or whatever. But I've watched my nan. My nan and pop loved these bus trips that they would take, and they would always do these things. And the itineraries are like crazy set out.
Oh, they're set. They're set. It's like Kentucky.
Yeah.
Like it's to the minute that you know you're on the bus.
And you know what you're going to get fed. And, and when I've done things in other countries, when I have done a tour and they said, you're going to get lunch and you're going to get this and you're going to get that. And we get those things. And 100%. That's what you expect when you read something like this. Also, listen, everyone's mental health, people go through struggles all the time. It sounded like she was under incredible strain. But she's not getting online and saying, guys, I'm really sorry. I had a breakdown. And let's work out a percentage of what I can refund you. Yeah. And, because going forward, she clearly wants this to be kind of like a business, I guess. But she's not doing that. She's just basically saying, well, I got you, actually the meat I got you was like, it was from a deli. It's from a local deli. Yeah. And it was like, but I don't give a fuck where you got the meat from. You didn't provide all the things on the itinerary. Like,
yeah, the things that you promised.
Your vibe was not good. So she obviously has some, I think, like faculty in her brain.
Yeah, she said she's got online and she said she was diagnosed with bipolar about 6 or 7 years ago. She's still, like, she's saying that she's been diagnosed with bipolar. And the insinuation is that, she's having this bipolar meltdown while the retreat's happening. And she comes on and says that she found out that someone had been pretending to be the man of her dreams by using AI.
Okay. And that's fucked. And that's so common nowadays.
And that's fucked. Really and that's really fucked as well. But like, it is the reason why you were acting. If it is the reason why you were acting in the way you were, it's not an excuse to not fall on your sword and give people their money back and just say, I'm really sorry, X, Y, and Z happened. I'd like to give you all half your money back or whatever.
Yeah, just or like communicate with them. Look, I understand both sides of it, because when things like this happen, even if they're small fry, there are people who love getting online and saying, this was a really shit experience. It was actually really shit. And then you've got other people who go, I don't know what you were expecting because I actually had a really good time. You know what I mean? Like, so there's always going to be some squeaky wheel online who says that something was shit. This is a very small group. Like, out of something like this, you wouldn't expect something like this to blow up. And I know a lot of people are coming for this photographer Kat now, who seems to be a friend of hers.
Yeah, if you were included on the website, how well do you know Meg? And like, could you have been in a situation to, I don't know,
de-escalate? Did you know this about her? Yeah. Do you know the thing? So I think there's, more people could have done better, but I also I'm with you in the way that you can't just go, well, this is a thing that I struggle with, so this is an excuse that I have to back me up every time that something fucks up, because you did this. This is a business that you've made this commitment. You didn't follow through with the commitments, and well, not all of them at least. And I think you deserve, I think instead of fighting back with people, you need to be like, hey, this is what happened. Everybody who had a problem, please, here's my email address. Please contact me directly, and let's talk about what we can do. That it doesn't seem crazy to me to just say something like that.
I know, but I think this is another reason why people are just like, come on, because she's not just doing that. It should be that simple in my mind. It should be that simple that you go, look, you can lose money to anything. I've got flights booked to Bali.
Yeah.
I can't guarantee that they're not going to just cancel that flight and I'm going to lose the money that I've crazy? Isn't that crazy? But that's just a thing.
Yeah.
Last week, my husband flew back. I got a message 2 hours before the flight saying your flight's been cancelled. Now, for once, they actually just rebooked the same time on a different plane. But that doesn't always happen that way.
No.
And you can just lose your money to things. You absolutely can, and it really sucks. But something like this, where it's so obvious that you could just give people some of their money back, say sorry, admit that it was a problem with you, because it's unfortunate if it was a bipolar manic episode, but it still is a problem with you. At the end of the day, that's a you problem.
Mm-hmm.
If you know that this is something that could happen to you as well, maybe don't be hosting retreats and don't be putting that kind of pressure on yourself to be the person for everyone. It's messy. And BookThreads is having a field day. And I don't know, maybe it'll get messier or maybe... Look, Meg, maybe just take your website down. Don't do any book retreats. Maybe come offline for a minute. You're posting a lot, baby girl.
Oh, right.
And I think you just need to come offline and just reassess where you're at with using Instagram and Threads.
Yeah, just detach for a bit.
Detach for a little bit.
And then just be like, okay, that was a mistake. That was a fail. Yep. We're going to do something better. And hopefully, follow through on it. And, there's compliments from the first one. So, maybe the first one went off without a hitch. So, maybe.
If it was real.
If it really happened and they're actual real quotes. Oh, God. It just makes me think that, am I ever... Because I'm always wondering when I'm going to click into a hobby. You know what I mean? When is the thing going to take hold of me at what age? Because I'm in my 40s now.
Yeah.
So when is the thing going to happen?
You're not a hobby guy, though.
No. I work and I eat. I don't really what are the other things?
You could really get into cooking. I could see you getting really into cooking.
I like cooking, but it's just a means to an end. You know what I mean? I like hosting certain people. You know what I mean?
He's not putting on a retreat.
No. I don't want it. There's some people who love that, like hosting and making everyone's. No, for my friends or whatever, yes, I want to make sure everyone has a good time. And I only want to do that occasionally. And then I want everyone to fucking leave. So I don't know if that's for me. But I do wonder if there's like someday I'm going to go, fuck, I'm going to book myself into this little retreat for the, whatever hobby I'm into. And then
I'm going to almost guarantee never. I'm going to almost guarantee like 99.9%. I don't believe, at least in, as long as our friendship lasts, who knows when we'll blow up and have a huge fight like Carl and Jackie O and just hate each other. But like in our friendship, 99.9%, I'm sure you're not going to get into a thing that takes you away to a retreat.
Yeah. Well, I can't wait. If we make the millions and then we blow up, I'm happy with it. You know what I mean? I'll be happy with it,
great.
And it won't be the first time we've blown up, so it's fine. All right, so there is another one that we mentioned earlier, Barbie Festival Land thing. I'll make sure I place that right in front of you if you want to dig a little bit deeper into things that are very Fyre Festival-esque, okay?